There's new data revealing what issues led to pollsters getting the numbers wrong in the presidential election. From our News 9 Washington Bureau, Scott Mitchell and Alex Cameron have this week's DC Debrief.
This guy I've been waiting to talk to since Tuesday night, Alex Cameron. I was seeing your stories when we were doing our work the other night, and I'm just wondering your general thoughts about an election that this is 3 cycles in a row the pollsters have been, shall we say, way off in what they were prognosticating. You know, Alex, I didn't see anything where Trump was getting to 50, and he just blew the doors off not only the Electoral College, but also the popular vote.
Yeah, I mean, the pollsters, they did get it wrong. But if you look at it, maybe they weren't that far off. I mean, they said the battleground states were all kind of virtual toss-ups, and they all were very close. But yes, you're right. The fact that Trump won all of them is something I don't think anyone really saw coming. And so it's interesting. I do think that, there was kind of a misreading of what the issues were. Maybe they sampled too heavily certain parts of the population versus others. But, in the end, it definitely appears that economic concerns were the thing that drove a lot of the folks who don't always vote to the polls this year. And maybe they're the ones who made the difference in Pennsylvania, in Wisconsin, in Arizona, all these places that, some thought could go Harris's way. What we're not seeing in the data, a bigger gender gap than we typically do. So it doesn't really appear that this was a situation where people didn't trust a woman to become president, but maybe more that just people didn't feel like she'd be able to get them back into a place of economic comfort, as well as Trump might be able to do.
If the Democrats maintain control in the House, would our delegation be amongst the most influential with the administration in the country?
If they stay in control in the House, I think that we already punch above our weight. There's no doubt about that. With Tom Cole chairing appropriations, Frank Lucas's seniority in terms of writing the Farm Bill and in science, and Kevin Hearn's influence in tax policy. So yes, I think yes. Markwayne Mullin, it's obvious to anyone who's been watching, is very close to President Trump. Some people are wondering, could he get tapped for some sort of a cabinet position or some sort of position within the administration? What I'm hearing right now is that that's not necessarily what he's interested in, that he'd rather try to be a force in Congress in, supporting President Trump's agenda and trying to, make it happen, working with his friends in the Senate, working with his colleagues over in the House, some of whom are in positions of power there. He feels like he could be very effective in helping get President Trump's policies into law. So that's what I'm hearing, that's his preference. Now, push comes to shove, if he actually gets the ask, what would he say? I don't know. That's something I will put to him when he comes back to D.C. next week.
All right, thanks a lot.
All right, Scott.